Pleased to welcome back Raquel Violero from Javea Town Hall, who we'll be catching up with each month here at BayRadio International. Remember last time you were here, we were talking quite a bit about what was happening with the Dana in Valencia, as it was still very current. Maybe I should have spoken a bit more about what's going on in Javea. We've seen quite a lot of work going on around town. So what are the big infrastructure projects happening right now that we may have noticed?
Before we get to that, I wanted to say that the Dana is still happening.
Of course it is, yeah.
They are still struggling, so we cannot forget about them.
In fact, Pedro Sanchez just announced some more help. But the thing is that we keep hearing help from central government and from Valencian government, but it doesn't seem to be getting there all of the time.
The things go slow. These things go slow
Very
because
slow,
they are
but these
very
people need it
difficult.
now.
Yeah, they do. And things are happening in a small basis, and the town halls are doing a lot of things to get all the help for the people. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know that there's been that support for various different towns and various towns around the region and the area were given their own towns to look after. I know that Javia's done very well at doing that. So.
Especially with Catarroja, but we've helped other towns and we're still in contact in case they need anything from us.
Right. Okay. Well, it's good to know that some help is getting through. We just need that money to get through from central government and from the Valencian government to help those people further. So, yes, we were talking about cash and how it all works and budgets and so on. We're at the beginning of the year, and there are some infrastructure projects that had started to take place already last year. What sort of things are happening in Javea?
So many things are happening. I wanted to talk today about the things that people might have noticed because they started like in December, November, something like that, and they are still currently happening. But many more things to come and big things, and hopefully we can see these big things this year. But it takes time, obviously. But the things that are currently happening, well, first of all, we have the first Montañar. You were talking about it.
Yes.
So that is the road that connects the port and the Arenal, right by the sea. Mm-hmm. And there are two projects that are going to take place in there. So the first one that is taking place now, that comes from the Coastline Ministry. And that is a project with two phases for the environmental recovery. So what they are doing is they are cleaning the area. They want to create like some shaded areas for people to rest, some paths, information signs, and they are going to get rid of these invasive plants that do no good.
Right. I wonder, because part of it's been cordoned off. Mm-hmm. I was wondering what was happening there.
Yeah, so they are working on that, and that's the part like from the sea to the road. Mm-hmm. That's the part they're working on. And then we have the part for the road until, the sidewalk. And that's the part that the town hall is going to do. So we are going to create a study to know what the necessities and the needs are in terms of sewage, bike lanes, the sidewalks, and the direction of traffic.
It's a few years now, isn't it, since we lost one lane for cars, and it only goes the one way down to the Arenal.
Yeah, so
and it's a little bit confusing sometimes for people with bikes and pedestrians who both find themselves on the same side at the same time.
So we are trying with this study to create like the best option for everyone and to know how to work with that, and also with this like green path that was created like for the pedestrians, like to see what's the best solution and how to work with that.
Oh, great.
So that's the first infrastructure.
Can I just ask something about
sure.
what we're on that? Because there, obviously, you're subject to quite a lot of rumour. And there was an idea that there might be a way to create some kind of wood steps and a balustrade along the rocks there. And I know this is a rumour from a few years ago now. And I don't think that was going to be allowed to go ahead.
The thing is, we cannot do anything. We cannot do anything about that. Mm-hmm. Like that part belongs to the Coastline Ministry. Right. So they are the ones that are going to decide what's going to take place.
And is that a Valencia thing?
No,
it's actually a national.
It's a Spain thing.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
It's a national thing. So they are the ones we just say, okay, just go on, do it, because it's not in our power to do.
But that's not a project that we're going to see, though, then, is it? There's sort of a wooden kind of walkway across there.
I don't think so.
It's from a while ago, nothing materialised, so I just wondered whether anything had happened there. But it's good to know that improvements are being thought about, and the idea about how to use that space for, walkers and for cyclists and motorists as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been a few years since it changed, and I think most people got kind of used to how it is now, but there might be a better way to do it, I guess.
Yeah, I think what they want to do is like to create like a pedestrian-friendly zone, so you can like just go from the port to the Arenal or the other way around, just enjoying the views and enjoying
it's
the sea.
It's lovely out there in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, you still need to be able to cycle there, though.
I hope we can do
I'm sure
that.
we will.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What else were you going to move on to? Sorry.
So, a thing that we are very happy with is the Reina Sofia Park in Tibiers. So, the Tibiers area, they had like this park, and it was the lung of the area, and it has been closed for many years. And the children have been asking for it non-stop. What happened was, like, the company that had the contract to do the park, to create a new one, they abandoned the project. So we didn't want that to happen. So we had to start the project from the beginning again with another company.
So that had to recontract then?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's now practically finished. I wouldn't like to, give a spoiler. I'm not allowed to. So I'm not going to say a date, but it's going to be opening very, very soon.
And of course, it's difficult to give a date with these spaces because they have to be properly checked, health and safety-wise and everything else. So you can say you think you have a date, and then somebody says from a health and safety point of view...
I do have a date,
but I'm not going to
just in case something changes. But it's going to be very soon, so kids are going to be able to enjoy it.
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to tell us next time at the beginning of February.
Yes, and the thing is, we've created, there, like an area with some slides, and they have chairs as well, and they have like a football and basketball field, like a small one to play, and there's a garden as well. They need to fix small details, but it's not a problem for the kids to play without the garden. And also they have created like anti-vandalic recreational area to play freely. So it's like closed, and it's going to be accessible for emergency services. Safety measures have been taken, like video surveillance, and to help keep this space as maintained as possible. And as I said, it's going to be open like very, very soon, and we are very happy.
There are a lot of different factors that have to be ticked off before these spaces can open.
But the kids needed it, the families needed it, and we've just provided.
Okay.
So yeah, that's really nice. And then another thing that you might have seen is the Riu Rau d'Arnauda.
Okay.
So the Riu Rau is placed right above the Plaza de la Constitución at the Montaner Park.
With all the arches.
Yes, that's it, with all the arches. I was telling you before that Riu Rau is a structure that was used before to dry the raisins. And that's something that happened here. And it was like very typical.
It's been automated now, I guess, that situation has it.
Yeah. But like that's history.
Indeed. And it is a historic area, and it's properly maintained as well. It looks very nice.
So the thing is that this Riu Rau wasn't placed here.
It wasn't?
They moved it.
Okay.
So
where was it originally?
I don't know.
Sorry. Okay, I thought it was always there. I didn't realise.
I think it has been for many years, but the thing is, when they moved it, they needed to have some fixations done because of like the sewage and the pluvial things, so things to make it like safer.
Quite a few years ago, there was a kind of market there at one point. I'm not like the weekly market, but there was a kind of festival.
The thing is that the Riu Rau, many things happen.
Yeah.
Especially like cultural acts,
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure people have seen it like in the royal camp for the Three Kings, like this past Christmas time.
Indeed.
And the year before as well. So we wanted to have it fixed so people could enjoy it like completely. So like a small stage has been created as well, so we can make the most out of it and just have some plays and some shows. And again, the technicians are working in small details that need to be fixed still, but it's open for the public to enjoy again. Okay.
So these infrastructure projects, they can be notorious for taking a long time. Janine's asking about the swimming pool, and I know that this is a long, ongoing saga. What is the latest on that, Raquel?
So the thing is that new problems keep appearing with the swimming pool. And so we go and fix them. And when they are fixed, we say, okay, a new one comes. And the thing is, we do not want the pool to be opened until it's completely safe. Because maybe it's safe now, but when we start like getting people in and just people doing their things are moving, maybe bigger problems can arise. So then we would have to close the swimming pool after having it open. You don't want a situation
opening and closing. So what are the problems been then that have been experienced?
Well, I don't know the technical terms or things like that. But yeah, things are happening with like the water and the structure under it, and things are going on with the showers as well. So yeah, they are tiny things, but they
can't open fully until all these things are resolved.
They are not a huge problem, but they can become a huge problem in the long term. So we want to fix them before that happens.
Right, I see. Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully, again, you might have some news on that a little bit later on at
I hope so.
A possible opening date.
We all want
all of these municipal projects, they generally always have that tag at the end of it before they get signed off by, the project manager, and then also there is the health and safety aspect of it. It just seems to all these things take a long, long time. It's just municipal kind of...
Because
stuff,
maybe the building or whatever is finished, but then you have to get like all the technicians to say, oh, this is okay. Oh, this is okay. Oh, this isn't. Oh, you have to change this. So you thought it was done, and then it isn't.
Yeah.
So you have to wait.
A lot of rules and regulations, not least, sort of local rules and regulations, and you've got the regional government rules and regulations, national government, and of course EU as well on top of that as well. All of these things that have to be complied with.
Yeah. I just want people to know that we are the first ones that want the swimming pool to be open.
Indeed.
I mean, it's not good for us to have it closed, obviously, but we want to do it with the safety measures that are needed for the people to be safe and enjoy it. And so we don't have to close it because that would be even worse, right?
Yeah, opening and closing would not be a good thing.
No.
Raquel, I did say earlier about you being the town hall's influencer. Of course, you're not, but you are appearing. You are appearing quite a lot now on various video with BayMedia and the like, which is a good thing because we're getting to hear more and see more about what's happening in and around town. What about your own departments? Because you are being a spokesperson for the whole of the town hall, but you've got your own area to deal with, haven't you?
Yes. Well, the thing is, obviously, I'm not an influencer. I'm a councillor for the town hall. But I understand that being the resident, and especially the foreigner residents councillor, this is necessary because people need to know what's happening. And me being able to speak English
very
helps
well
a lot.
as well, I might say.
Well,
very good.
So that helps. And I want to use my voice to help people understand and get the information they need because obviously, if you were born here, you know how things work in Spain or you understand the things. But if you are a newcomer, you might not
It can be a little difficult at times to really work out what's going on. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why we are explaining things like what a riurau is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because people from Javea know it, but foreigners don't, and they deserve to know as well.
And there are lots of us around these days.
Yes.
There really are, aren't there? We thank you for the hospitality of the Spanish people.
We're grateful for you as well, obviously. So, and in my department, as I was saying, telling to you earlier,
you're responsible for youth projects as well.
I'm responsible for youth, for the children, for social services, for equality as well, for the municipal school for little kids and things like that. So my part in the town hall is like very social, but that's one-to-one. It's not like huge. It's not big.
But it's a big portfolio.
It's a very important thing, but like in small parcels.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So we are doing a lot of things, and we are working towards the needs of the people. Like I want to know. So I'm saying here,
fact,
I want to know.
You want to know what the youth would like.
What the youth would like, and what the families would need. So as I always say, like my email is always open for people to send the request or just tell me their opinion on things or what they might need from me, because they are the ones that are going to use it.
I know that you're going to set up like kind of a youth council to ask them directly and maybe get them involved in some projects that the youth might like. So we look forward
hopefully very soon.
I look forward to hearing more about that. Janine says thank you for the explanation about the swimming pool, by the way. Raquel, how do people get in touch with you if they do have some questions? We can do it here, of course, through the normal Bay Radio access, 684 455 844 for the WhatsApp, or you can email studio@bayradio.fm. You're going to be with us every month, so we'll be able to catch up.
But if not, I think the best way, you have in the OAC, that's at the Portal del Clot, there's like a help desk. Mm-hmm. So you can go and just, Elena there will helpfully do what you need. And you can send an email to residentes@ajxavea.org. So I will be behind that.
Super. We'll get that up on our social media as well, so that people can have that direct link then. Good to talk to you. We look forward to catching up again next month. And meanwhile, thank you for everything that you and the Town Hall are doing. We do appreciate all of the efforts. Thank you.
My pleasure.